All right, so this is going to be a short video about the Epic satellite, the website, and the images that this supposed satellite is taking of the Earth. Just to explain a little bit to the people who are not familiar with it, it's a satellite that is in one of the Lagrange points in between the Sun and the Earth. It's facing the Earth and is locked in with a fixed view of the Earth as seen from the Sun. So it's always looking at the lit side of the Earth as it spins. One of the things I want to look at is this. First of all, this transit of the moon in front of the Earth, and besides of how ridiculous it looks, I just want to point out the lack of cloud movement. I've zoomed in. I went through the sequence. The sequence is about 3.5 hours worth of time, and you cannot see enough cloud movement in 3.5 hours that you're supposed to see on a 3.5 hours from some other time lapse that you can search online from other satellites or from just down below looking up at the sky. The other thing I wanted to point out is they have this transit that is impossible to make from that satellite, because the satellite is supposed to be locked in, looking at the Earth, locked in at the Earth, and the moon is what's actually moving in front or behind the Earth. And this transit is capturing the Earth moving in front of the moon, which seems to be, in this case, the moon locked in the background. When you go to that date on their website, there are no images of this transit recorded on their website, so I wonder what happened to those. It looks like somebody just took some liberty on Photoshop and created this short sequence. So then I went to Wikipedia and I searched, well, let's see how real life stuff are recorded on this from the satellite. So I looked at the California wildfires from 2018. Specifically in Wikipedia, it shows up this image here of August 1st, 2018, sorry. You can see the fires, the smoke in this satellite image very clearly. But when you go to the Epic images of that day, oh, no way, you can't. There's actually no images of the first. Out of all the days in that month or the month before, there are no images on the 1st of August 2018. So you'll say, well, the fire, took place in many days before and after the 1st of August 18. So I went to the 2nd and zoomed into that area during the day, which is the only time that the satellite is supposed to be looking at the Earth. So I zoomed in that area, and there is no sign of smoke. Nothing like the stuff shown on that Wikipedia image. There is some haze, but there is some haze that is very normal. In some other areas, I'm actually gonna pan to different areas and show you. Yeah, there is definitely no smoke. I mean, it's in that upper left corner right there. That's where it's supposed to be smoke coming from, and there is none. And that this is the day after these fires are blazing supposedly. I went through other areas, other days, and you see very similar haze. Those are just low-level clouds that are sort of hazy, but nothing like the smoke that's shown on the Wikipedia page. You see the haze there too. There is some haze in that area too, but there is obviously no fires in that area in Baja California over there, and the going down towards Central America. So you see the same haze. So those are not smokes. They're just some blanket clouds. The clouds are very different from the streak of smokes that you were seeing right here in this Wikipedia article, on this other Wikipedia page. I mean, it's a very clear streaks of smoke with very concentrated plumes, and them streaking out of those plumes, right? Just like a fire will be. So anyways, do your own digging, go around the website, look for things that happen that should be visible from space on Earth, like hurricanes, cyclones, wildfires, things like that. And almost every single time it will be not there, the info will be missing. I found out some hurricanes that, that day they didn't take images for some reason. And when they do show it, it's obviously, the images are, the data compiled on these images for DSCOVR and Himawari and all these other so-called satellites are compiled from radar, other satellites that happen to be much closer to Earth, and they're just compiling all these cloud data, and obviously they're sort of pacing it in quasi real time, because it takes them 10 to 15 minutes to put these images together. So yes, they have some storms clearly and accurately depicted in some of these images, but they can't capture everything, and obviously smoke from wildfires is something that happens every once in a while, and it escapes them sometimes. So clearly, look at that, clearly fake images that are being composited together from weather, satellites, Doppler radars, and other sources. Thanks for watching, and keep your eyes peeled for the deception. Thank you.